if you don't have your good health, you can just squash all that stuff, just throw that stuff out the window, because you're not gonna enjoy, being home in your nice home, because you gotta go out and you have to hustle. You stay away from the house more than you do in the house. So what's the use of having a nice big home? We downsized our home because we had a 13-room house, a mansion. It was like, why do we need this for 3 people? We don't need these kinds of things. We can put our money to more and better use, like building some health centers for people, like they build churches on every corner of the street, and everybody's still dying and sick and just name it, killing left and right, and all these churches and nobody being saved. Man, we have to really take a look at what's going on, who you're serving, what are you doing. So I wasn't trying to break out like that, but I'm just going by the Spirit right about now. He put me on front before I was prepared and ready to go.
Action.
But all of this is part of your health. It's your mental, spiritual compass that really gonna guide you to the right place, your health and your life. So you have to think about that.
Absolutely. Let's make health fun. You understand? Once people start thinking about health and start thinking about changing it, they think as it's like boring. It's like, I ain't got time to work out, or eating too healthy, you know, it's like complicated, or they don't feel like it. But actually, health is so much fun. You know, getting the good nutrients, all the right vitamins inside of your body. It's actually, you know, exciting. You wake up with more energy. You sleep less because you have more energy. So it's all about, you know, detoxing and getting the right vitamins inside your system. So yes, let's make it fun. Let's make it healthy. Life is great out here with the best detox in the world, as you know, in my book. Yeah, buddy.
Well, you know, I don't like to be arrogant, or I'm not being arrogant. I just speak the truth. I know what is out there, and you know, I have people who seek me out, especially my family. I probably mentioned this. They're not going to take anything from anyone without consulting me first, okay? And they're not going to do anything. They'd rather have what I provide, because they know what I have is unadulterated, Mother Earth, natural medicine. He spoke about, what did you say about, it's good to be, to do health. I'm going to use the term do health, because, you know, I was excited this morning. I got up and I did my yoga, a new yoga exercise I did with another young lady that I was doing from somebody new, Nicole. I forget her last name. I got it off YouTube this morning. Well, actually, I had her in my favorites and I'd never seen it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do her. It was really good, a combination of yoga and Pilates. And then I went for an hour walk. I was like, whoa. Hallelujah, I got it in. And I feel good when I'm able to do those kinds of things, you know, because every time I think about exercising, I just think about my life, my health. You know, health encompasses the whole. So you can't just take care of one part of the body and leave the other part of the body, you know, not intact. But whatever problem you're having is going to affect the other parts of your body. So you have to take care of the whole, and this is what I do. But before I get into the subject, I want to introduce you to my Body Boost platform. And I have a 5-secret holistic system that you can just download for yourself. 5-secret holistic system for health and healing, perfect health, prevention, because prevention is my platform. Everybody's talking about healing, but I talk about prevention, and I can heal you as well. But let's start putting the time and effort and energy into prevention, because I say, you know, you're in your 20s, your 30s, this is the time where you want to start really taking good care of your health. So that when you get my age, you can be like me, okay?
That's what I'm talking
You can be like me at 60, 61, without any health problems,
Wow.
without any pain. I can't relate to pain. I can't deal with pain. I was just telling my girlfriend last week, I was like, man, I haven't had the flu. I said, oh, 15 years. No, it's been 20 some years since I had the flu, because when I found out that you don't have to be sick, I'm like, hey, tell me how to do it. And I got on it, and I tell you, it worked. I was like, this is amazing.
That's nice.
No drugs,
Wow.
no operations. The doctors don't even want to see me when I go into their office.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay, they're like, Vanessa, there's nothing wrong with you. Get out of here. People are sick. I'm like, okay, all right.
That's all about taking care of yourself, taking care of your body. You understand? When you appreciate your body, when you appreciate life, then you start to do things the correct way. You understand? So, and a lot of people say they are veganism. You know, I start to basically track and understand basically more likely what the veganism is all about. And it's actually, a lot of them, you know, they say they're vegan, but it's not healthy, because they just basically going on based on not eating meat, but they want to eat everything else. You understand? They want to eat all type of, you know, products that has nothing to do with health. And this is why they eat all the fast food and all that, you know, so this is the reason why also it's not good to just basically eat a bunch of junk food just because you say you're vegan, but you eat all other sorts of things. So we got to keep in mind that we want to be healthy, eat healthy. You understand? A lot of people are fruit, you know, they fruit and vegetables. So that's very important for us to basically watch what we eat and watch what we're drinking every day.
That's key. You're talking about veganism. Of course, I've been living a holistic lifestyle, been vegan for almost 30 years now. And yeah, see, you know, a lot of people, the consciousness is rising. People are becoming vegan, but some people just do it for not such a good reason. Not for themselves, but because of the animals. Sure, you know, we can love the animals, take care of the animals, but you love your animals more than you love yourself. I think something is wrong with that, okay? I do it because I love me. I love my family, so I love the people around me, so I'm going to make sure that I do for them what I do for myself. I'm not going to give them anything. And of course, you know, yes, take care of the animals, but take care of yourself first. That's why I became vegan. I tell you, I'm gonna get into the platform, but this is my introduction. See, I guess I would say I've always been spiritual, been guided by the universe from a young age. When I got out of high school, I used to watch the TV, and there used to be the Health Watch on CBS, the news, ABC, whatever program, you know, the news that I would catch right after I come home, because I had started working when I was 18. And 19, 20 years old, I would come home and I would, you know, relax, and I would turn on the news. And they always had a health watch. And I always watched the health watch. And they would bring you the statistics about diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, you name it. All the 21st century diseases, as I mentioned earlier, these diseases that you are experiencing are 21st century diseases. You didn't hear about these kinds of diseases prior to the 70s and 60s back. You probably heard of sugar diabetes, which is called diabetes now. Back in the day, we were calling it sugar. What was sugar? We didn't know what sugar was. Didn't realize that it had something to do with your over intake of sugary foods, carbohydrates that produce, you know, sugar, glucose for your insulin and all of that. So that's what the older people basically suffer from. It was rare that someone had cancer, and it was like, whoa, that was unbelievable. It was scary for someone to have cancer. And something that you can beat as well is preventable. But I used to watch the news, and they had the health watch, and they talked about all these statistics and why these people were suffering, because they said you have to remove the beef from your diet. You have to The ground beef causes high cholesterol, the pork, and all of that. So, I was very young and I was attentive to this news. And I got to thinking, I was like, wow, if they're saying these things are happening, causing people to be sick, then if I continue to eat those things, I would be sick as well. Now, mind you that my family suffered from all of those diseases. They were taking medication. And I was like, if I continue to do the same thing, I'm going to be just like them. And no, that just could not happen for me because
How long have you been a vegan?
29 years, since 1993,
Wow.
pushing almost 30 years. But prior to me going straight into veganism, I was practicing healthy lifestyle. Then I wanted to become vegan because a good girlfriend of mine who I worked with, she introduced me to veganism. And I tell you, I've never been the person to debunk anything that somebody shared with me about taking care of me was healthy for me. Like some people, I got to eat that meat. Well, you go right on ahead because I don't have to eat it, okay? I'm like, if you can live without it, if I see somebody living without it, I'm like, well, I can live without it as well. When I became vegan, I was dealing with the sisterhood, Jerusalem sisterhood, and they were like, I was like, you all are vegan? You don't eat meat, you don't eat fish? They were like, the sister's like, no. I'm like, hey, if they can do it, I can do it too. But I have a special friend. She basically sowed the seed for me, my girlfriend. And to this day, I haven't seen her, and she doesn't even know that I'm vegan. But she planted the seed because she was talking about, we were working. I would bring my little pork chops to work, my meal that I ate, I had for dinner, and heated it up, I even had my own little personal toaster oven I bought from home. And she was like, that's not good for you. Really? Okay. All right. So she started taking me to this Chinese restaurant that she would go and get her rice and things from. And I remember the fried rice and some little chips or something that she would get. And she was like, come and go with me. Okay, taste this. I tasted it. Because I'm like, she was so beautiful, I must say. Aisha was so beautiful. And she had these dreadlocks, and they were hanging down. She's from Philadelphia. She was such a beautiful brown-toned sister, and she was 10 years older than me. I was like, wow, you that age, and you look like you're my age. And she had these beautiful locks, and she was like, one day, she was like, I gotta go and take my locks down and wash them. I said, your locks? They were the finest lock I ever seen. That's when I started liking locks. But she was natural. But she told me that Minister Farrakhan, Minister Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Elijah Muhammad, said that we should not eat out of the can. And mind you, I'm in my early 20s. And I stopped eating out the can.
I never liked to eat out of cans.
I stopped eating canned food.
Yeah.
When she told me that, I was like, okay.
I don't eat out of cans, drink out of canned stuff.
Yeah, so she shared that information with me, and I tell you, and I tried to do the vegan diet, and she ended up breaking camp. She left and went back to Philadelphia, and I wasn't able to reach her, couldn't get in touch with her. So I had tried to, stop eating the beef, and, I had another friend on the job. He was like, well, why don't you try some turkey, ground turkey, instead of the ground beef? Well, that business was so nasty. I was like, give me the ground beef. Give me back the ground beef. Oh. So, I ate it a little bit, but I was still seeking. I would buy these vegetarian books. I would go to health fairs, expos, and I bought a book, a vegan book, and because I wanted to really, be healthy. I wanted to take care of myself. Not me, I could not be sick. We were the fly girls back in my day. Me and my girlfriends, I'm gonna be real with you. Three of my girlfriends, we were the fly girls, okay?
Fly girls. I like
fly girl, the fly girl.
That
and so I'm like, I gotta remain the fly girl, okay? So I'm still fly, okay? I want to be fly. And I gotta be healthy being fly. You can't be fly if you're healthy. If you ain't healthy, you can't be fly. Not at all.
No, not at this age. Most of them overweight, you know.
I don't care what age you are, you could be a 25, 26. You can't be fly if you're sick, if you're in pain, and you have a health problem. You are not fly. I hate to tell you, I hate to break the news, but you're not fly. Okay, and I'm not trying to come down on anyone, but you have to hear me. You have to start taking better care of yourselves, you know, because life is a gift. So, with that being said,
I'm just basically so blessed and so thankful that y'all changed y'all ways and that, you know, I'm a product of basically born in healthy, born basically eating healthy and, you know, and never have to experience eating this type of behavior, eating this type of weight, you know. So even like milk products, you understand? So even like milk, you know, like the milk comes from the cows, you know, y'all was basically drinking like that. But for me, because y'all changed y'all ways, I've been drinking basically just some soy milk. Soy milk or, you know,
nut milks, yeah.
Things like that, you know. So this was, I was brought up on since, you know, I was a baby. And I'm just so thankful that you and y'all changed y'all ways, you know, the community.
Yeah, because, you know, milk basically has so much mucus in it from the cow.
Correct.
And it's, you know, it's allergenic. You know, if you're having some allergic reactions, get rid of the eggs. I don't care what anyone tell you about eggs. They're not good for you. They're for the cow. They're for the chicken, the little bitty. You know, it's just the female, the chicken. The female chicken ovary. That's what you're eating, in case no one told you. Right. So think about your female's ovary or any kind of female animal. We all have ovaries. So when you eat that egg, you know, the eggs that we produce our children, our babies. Think about that little chicken. You know, that egg from that chicken. That's what you're eating, the ovary. Okay. And I hope I'm making it sound nasty too, so that you can stop yourself from eating it. I don't care what no one says. This world can promote. What do they use? They say protein, I think, is in eggs and all of that. Get your proteins from the source itself. Okay? They inject protein into the cows. That's the only way you get the protein. The cows, they eat grass and they're getting their protein. That's all they eat. So why don't you just go straight to the source and get the protein?
And then nowadays it's so even like unhealthy to eat none of them because they're injecting all these chickens, all these cows to make them even fatter and to make them, you know, even more bigger like that. So
the hormones.
Yeah, and so when you're eating that, that's why they obese. You know, they just eating. You know.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people you have the hormones are very high. In male and female, you know, that's another lesson because it's changing the testosterone in men, it's dropping, and they can be the hormones in men can be overrated because you find a lot of feminine hormones in these males, and you probably wonder why we have such a high rate of feminine men. You know, so those things we have to look into. We have to look at that. But you know, I'm going to do a class on this because you know we're accepting all of these behaviors, these alternative behaviors, and we can change those alternative behaviors because they don't have to be. Right. But it was all designed by purpose. Definitely designed by purpose. But you know, I raised my children vegan and. You know, they did not get sick. I didn't have sick children. They didn't have to leave, you know, miss school because they were sick or anything. They were miss school because we had a holiday that we were possibly we were attending. That's probably the only time that they have been out of school. They weren't out of school because they had chicken pox. I think my daughter got it when she was about 8. And I was going to send her to school. Her grandma was like, no, she can't go to school because she wasn't sick, okay? So I was like, she can't go to school. And I was like, oh, okay. cause she would have, it's contagious, she would have spread it, but I was ignorant, cause I didn't have no chicken pox or anything. My son, he's older than her, and he didn't have chicken pox. Now, he was like 14 when she gave it to him, and he had about 12 little bumps on him. So, I was oblivious to what chicken pox was, 'cause I don't remember having it when I was a child either. So they did not get sick, they didn't have to stay out of school, and when they did have a little sniffle or something, they know where to go, what to do, go to the cabinet, and I would come home. They come home from work, they would come home from school sometimes, and I had a daycare and I would be downstairs, or either I might have been working from home, and I hear them in the kitchen, scrambling in the cabinets. And, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Oh, I'm getting me some fenugreek. Why? What's wrong? Oh, okay, you got a little cough. So my children, they knew what to do. And they did not miss school from it, because they came home and they would dose themselves with that fenugreek, okay? That powerful herb to break that mucus down.
Fenugreek is very healthy.
Yes, and fenugreek is very good. It has lots of nutrients in fenugreek. But anyway, if you likely or desire to live a healthy lifestyle, you can live. People who really desire to live healthy, they did something about it. They didn't just want to or pray about it and didn't do anything about it. They didn't wait on the Creator or somebody outside of them to, do it for them. They had to put in some action.
So since you changed your ways and eating correctly, has your family also changed their ways, since your brothers and sisters, since they see that you're eating healthy, you're looking good, you're looking young all the time? Do you see a difference in their lives and your life?
Well, good question, because my brother, he is really trying, my older brother, he's a year older than me. And he's become very conscious, and he does like to eat healthy. He eats vegan most of the time, but then he gets around the family, cookouts and everything, and I might hear him say, oh yeah, I ate a hamburger, and he regretted it. My younger brother under me, he's health conscious more as well. He has become vegan, but he does eat certain things. He'll tell me, oh, I'm having a salad today, or I eat oatmeal for breakfast. So he just let me know that, he is changing his diet, so that's the size of it. I told my brother, the older brother, in order for him to go full-fledged, he really has to be around more health-conscious people, to empower him, to help him make the necessary changes. See, I was in a community, and you need someone, some assistance, because no one can do it on their own unless you really, really are strong. You can do it on your own, but support is really important. It's easier to make the transition when you have that support, and that's what I'm here for. I provide you with the support. If you want to change your diet, your lifestyle, by all means, you can look me up on the website, VanessaCWilliams.com, www.VanessaC as in Cassandra Williams, WILLIAMS.com. And right now I have been detoxing, fasting since Thursday. I haven't been wanting to eat. My body talks to me. I listen to my body when it tells me to stop eating. See, food is an addiction. We eat all the time. Like I said from the beginning, people are overfed and undernourished. You shouldn't be hungry. If you're hungry often, that means that you're not being nourished from the foods that you are consuming. And I notice that whenever I eat some sugary drink, some, something sweet, especially some, organic cane sugar, I notice that it makes me hungry. When I drink fruit juices, it makes me hungry. So I've been now leaning towards, when I like to juice vegetable, make fresh vegetable juice. It's a combination, so that I won't get hungry. I don't get hungry that much, and I've been fasting since Thursday, like I said, and I got a little hungry earlier, and I did drink some juice and some water. So I'm gonna do this till tomorrow probably. I don't think I will go any longer. Because I was, doing something, I wanted to do this 3-day fast because that's when your body starts to regenerate itself. So I like to keep my body in a regenerative state of health. Since we have trillions of cells in our bodies, and if you're constantly destroying those cells, and that's where, sickness and disease is gonna come about because we need those cells and tissues, to populate. Some cells have roles like to defend itself from foreign radicals. The foreign radicals that's in our system, in our body that produce cancer cells. So your body is very smart and unique. It gobble up those foreign cells if you got the right nutrients, if you're doing the right thing. They're gonna attack through your immune system. So you have to keep your immune system strong and boosted. And since I'm talking about that, I want to introduce you to my Breath of Life Detox. Again, I'm doing that for the public. And yes, my cousin decided, she called me and told me she wanted to do the detox just a couple of weeks ago.
That's what we're talking about.
So, and it's been so long, and I'm like, okay, hallelujah. So people need support. So now I didn't want to push myself on her, but I see that I have to take her and walk her step by step, hand in hand, let her know that I'm going to be with her all the step of the way, and to encourage her, because people need the empowerment. People, don't have their own willpower to do. So that's why you have people like myself who's into holistic health. I empower people to take better care of their health and help them step by step, walk them through what they need to know and need to do and assist them. So that's the first step. Basically, you have to be empowered, you have to have the desire, and you have to be empowered. And the next step is to need the knowledge and you need the wisdom to apply the wisdom behind the knowledge, okay? Because you can have all the knowledge and don't apply it, okay?
Right. That's what I keep on telling people. They can have all the knowledge they possess, they won't, but it doesn't, has no effect if you don't apply it to your life and strive for what you desire in life. So, also we're all about manifestation, understanding what you're feeding your mind. Your mind is also, a computer, the most advanced computer. So, it's all about what we consume in our mind. So it's very important that we also not only detox and, keep our body healthy, also keep your mind healthy. So we can also have, like you say, manifesting what we desire in life, and also we're able to create. A lot of us is basically just consuming. We only like to, what's the new thing, what's this, and only buying, but we're not creating. We had to start creating, start being a creator.
You have to be the creator of your own health. You have to be your own doctor. Correct. That's what I was told. You have to be your own nutritionist. So when you said detox, to manifest things, detoxing, you said something about the mind, clear the mind, but that's what part of detox, that's what detox does for you, is to clear your mind and clean up all the garbage, and plus you're going to feed your mind with the proper thoughts and the proper nutrients. See, all that's part is detoxing. And I go into the spiritual component, mental and spiritual capacity of detoxing, because everything that we're experiencing or whatever we're not doing, whatever is happening to us, is spiritual based. We have to be in the know. We have to start downloading these applications out here in the universe for us, because we are connected to the universe. We are the universe. So we have to start really becoming more empowered and tap into the source that created us, so that we can live and be empowered, create, like you were saying the word create. We're supposed to be creating heaven on this earth. And whatever is in our minds, if you can conceive it, then you can achieve it. But if you can't conceive it, you're not gonna be able to achieve it. And this is a proverb, an African proverb, and it's right in the Proverbs, it's in Psalms as well. You have to be the creator of your health. You cannot expect someone else to do something for you. Now the doctor is there waiting for you. He's ready to take out the machete and start cutting up because he loves to operate, okay? And that goes back to the doctor I went to. I had something, no, I was exercising, I was typing a lot. And I was, exercising my fingers and my thumb got stuck. This was the year before last, I think. And I was like, what is this? I wasn't in any pain. So I was like, a couple of weeks went on, and then go, West, let me go and check to see what's going on. She said, well, Vanessa, this is one of another doctor said, there's nothing wrong with you. That's nothing. I'm like, it is something. My finger is stuck. She said, well, you have trigger fingers usually happen in the ring finger, but it just happened in my thumb, and I didn't even know about it. I was just exercising my finger. So she was like, you're not interesting. I said, She said, that's nothing. She didn't want to see me. She was like, it's nothing. She said, oh, well, you can take something. She said, but I know you don't want to take that. No. She said, or you can go to the physical therapist or, the orthopedic doctor, right? And he told me the same thing. He said, it's nothing but some inflammation. And so I did my detox. 2 weeks, it was gone. Never happened again.
It's basically when you just constantly using when you basically overworked it.
It could have been. I didn't have any pain. I wouldn't have known if I had not started to massage and wiggle my fingers around. And it was like, my finger, it got stuck.
So that's the whole, basically, I like what you said, because it's the whole thing about, like we were saying about the mind. It's like repetition. And whatever you repeat, whatever you continue to do, you eventually get good at it, you get better. You understand? So it's like, take 21 days to change your mind in order for you to adapt to something new and change it. So it's the same thing, And like we said, you have to start creating. You have to start doing more and not just talking.
Yeah, and my heart goes out to people who are sick and unhealthy. Who's, you can pull that down if you want to. Don't want to stay up. Okay. So I have to get something more secure for it. So my heart goes out to people because the information is here for you. You don't have to be sick. All you have to do is take one step. You have to determine. It all still comes from the mind. You have to make up your mind to decide that you want to do better for your health, for your life. And sickness and disease occur when the detoxification organs are not functioning. And I want to share a little bit about the detoxification organs. Your blood, your lymphatic system, your kidneys, your colon, your liver. These are the major detoxification organs, okay? And if they are malfunctioning, you're gonna have serious health problems. So we have to tend to these organs. And that is the problem. We're not taking care of our organs. And until they break down, and then you want a miracle to happen, and that's just superstition as far as I'm concerned. You wait till something happens. You prevent the problem before it happens. At least do whatever you can. Don't wait till something happens, because see, the doctor is ready to remove an organ. Ain't no problem with it, because that's what the medical industry is about. They're practicing on you. They're practicing medicine, okay? It's not about health care. It's about sick care and disease care. And you look out into these cities, they have a hospital bill for cancer patients. They're not trying to make anybody healthy, because they started adding units on to these hospitals, okay? And they know the behavior of the people, and that's real. Yeah. They study people in Harvard. They study the mind, so they know your behavior, okay? And unfortunately, these organs are overlooked. But I reflect back when I started to change my lifestyle, and I went to this health fair. I probably wasn't but 3 weeks to 3 months into this lifestyle, and I went to this health fair in this hotel. I'll never forget, there were two brothers, older men, and they were talking about detox and giving me some stuff to clean myself out and all that. I'm like, well, that was far-fetched to me. Okay, I'm like, okay. Another time, not right now, because he was telling me, well, since you're becoming vegan, you have to clean all this stuff out. Okay, thank you, but I'll catch up with you later, okay? Another time. And I often laugh at myself because I remember it so vividly. And that is the problem. We do not take care of those organs, the colon. Your colon should be able to eliminate, first your body has to go through the digestive process, and digestion starts in the mind, believe it or not.
That's right.
It goes into the body, into your mouth, into your stomach, your intestines, and then it has to eliminate, it has to assimilate all of the nutrients and all of that, and then it has to eliminate. And if you're not eliminating properly or fast enough, then those toxins get pushed back up into your body, into your system, and your body wreaks havoc. And if you're not eliminating, some people don't have, especially Westerners, they have a bowel movement every 5 days. That is deadly. And you find people with colon cancer, some type of cancer. So you want to really cleanse the colon, keep that colon clean. The colon is like 5 feet long, and that's why I said we overeat, and that food is not coming out of you. You should be able to, your body should be ready to eliminate between 12 and 18 hours for adults, but normally, truthfully, our system should be like a baby. After a baby eat, the baby, that baby's getting ready to have a bowel movement. So our system really should be operating like that. But they give adults at least 12 hours to stay, for you to eliminate, to keep the body, the colon healthy. That's one way to keep it healthy. But we have to tend to these organs. The liver, the liver, if you're not tending to these organs, they're going to deteriorate and you're going to start having debilitating health. Okay, all of this is an integral part of health, detoxification. This was passed down by our ancestors. Our ancestors did some form of detoxification, and there's many various forms, and I will go over those forms with you through my 45-day, I call it my 45-day revitalization therapy, because you're getting therapy. Conglomeration of knowledge and a wealth of health, which you will achieve. But I take you step by step, educate you, and provide the material that you need, to detox and different types of holistic therapy to apply to your life. Okay, so these organs are very important, very, very important. So, it comes to no surprise that toxic buildup is lingering in our system because you're not eliminating, your food is not digesting properly, and again, if you're not eliminating, so those toxins are just lingering around and get pushed back up in the system, as I said, and disease occur. People having liver problem, we need to take better care of our health. We need to start using preventative measures. Use preventative measures. The liver has to pump all of these excess toxins around through the system, and it has to be functioning properly to do that. You don't want a malfunctioning liver, because that liver has to secrete all of those toxins, and so that it can, by the time it gets to the kidneys are ready to flush that stuff out. Okay, right. The liver is like a fat burning machine. it's responsible for all of those materials to process that goes through, the way the body has to process everything. The liver is responsible for that, okay? It's like a fuel system. So it helps you with elimination as well. All of these organs they work together, and their function is to keep the body healthy. And if you got a malfunction liver, you're gonna have health problems. Okay, the liver also is responsible for keeping the hormones balanced. And you know, those hormones are out of whack all over the place, man, you're gonna feel so bad. And you know what I'm talking about, people have thyroid problems, PMS, menopause problems, and men, they go through menopause as well. Men have issues with menopause, there's energy be imbalanced as well. You know, the liver is responsible for regulating the blood sugar. I have so many responsibilities, and I take you through all of these phases and stages and educate you relevant to these organs. And it's not something that you do one time, it's something that you have to, has to be a regimen for your lifestyle. It has to be part of your everyday life, because even if you're not doing a practical system, a technique, you have to eat certain foods so that your body will be able to detox itself. That's what these organs are for, is to, these organs are your natural detoxification system, and the body's supposed to be able to detox your system for you through these organs. And if they're not working, you're gonna have some health issues, serious health problems, and you don't want that. So I encourage you to go to my website, and at VanessaCWilliams.com, you can get the link. Do you have the link? Can you put the link in the
Yeah,
in the video?
absolutely.
Okay, all right, very good. He's gonna put the link in the video for you, and you'll be able to click the link. It's two links that he's gonna put in. One for the detox is
That one is
Regulate
there.
Detox.
That one is there.
That one is
The
there?
one you sent me, that the link is there. You can click on the link there, and check out all of our information.
Okay, which one? The one for the 5
Detox.
secret or the detox? Okay.
One-
So we're gonna put the link in for the 5 secret holistic systems for perfect health and healing. And you can start educating yourself as well on how to better take care of yourself. Like I said, it's just an honor, and it's a blessing. It's more than a blessing, it is a fortune. Everybody say they're blessed, but
Yes,
I'm fortunate to be in perfect health.
that's the key, to stay healthy. When you stay healthy, you stay wealthy.
Right. So you want to change the direction of this epidemic disease crisis that we're experiencing. I mean, especially African Americans, we lead in every negative, bad, unhealthy statistics in the world. So something you really need to look at. You really need to look at yourself, and you need to start listening and hearing. You know, because the greatest commandment, we say that we're serving the Creator, or we love God. Well, the first commandment is to take care of yourself. You got to hear, okay? The greatest organ on the body is the ear. So you have to listen, you have to hear. And I go back to what I reiterated earlier, that I was never that person when someone come to me and tell me, oh, well, this is good for that. I don't do everything someone is saying, but I listen to what they're saying, and I do the research, and if it's meant for me, then I'm going to apply it to my life, you know, because I always wanted to be healthy. I could not see myself sick and dying. That's the God knows truth, okay? When someone told me that I can live forever, that's all I ever wanted to know. Tell me how you do it. That's all I need to know. And I'm going to try and figure it out. I'm going to try.
Right.
Whether you naysayers say, no, you can't do that, well, maybe you can't, but I believe it, and I believe I can achieve it too. And I'm doing everything I can, man. I'm telling you, I'm learning about all the gods in the earth who's been ruling this earth and preventing us from getting to where we need to go, because we've given our energy to those fake gods.
Right.
Oh, whew, Lord have mercy, I'm on kind of plateau right about now, and I'm not gonna get into it with you because it's for me.
That's right.
So, you know, I just hope to see everybody healthy. That is my prayer, that we change this, because you don't have to be that way. You don't have to be sick. And I tell you, the devil wants you that way too, so hey, you think the devil don't want you sick? Huh? You think you ain't serving the devil? Huh? Look at your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because the Creator wants us healthy to provide goodness to this earth. And if you're not healthy, you can't do it. You just cannot do it, unfortunately. But we've been given a lifestyle. You can go right on to Genesis 1:23. It'll tell you the lifestyle, the dietary guidelines.
The main reason a lot of them do it though, because they always say, well, you gotta go back something. Either this gonna happen or this gonna happen. And that's where they get them tricked in. So they like, I don't wanna smoke or I'm gonna drink or I'm gonna eat that, you know, so something gonna take. So that's where they always, you know, they're not assured themselves. They don't see themselves basically getting to that point of, you know, when they get to 60, 70, 80, that they still can run around, play ball, or do things that, you know, normal people at that age don't do. So they're always putting in the back of their mind, like, man, I gotta do well, you gotta go back something. So they're like, man, I'm gonna eat this burger, or I'm gonna smoke all this, you know, I'm gonna drink, you know, so that's what the mentality of that.
That's a sad state. That's a sad state to be in, because
Yeah.
I'm not going to, all of those things, you're gonna die from something. Well, let's say, take that something away, and then what happens? You know, I'm not gonna contribute to my own demise if I know, you know, I'm not gonna just say, okay, well, this is gonna kill you anyway.
Right.
But you put whatever you put out in the universe, it comes back to you. So I don't have to die from anything. I'm just saying that. I don't have to die from anything, okay? Because I tell you one thing, and people say accidents, you know, you might get hit by a car. Well, there's no such thing as an accident. It's an incident. You have to be conscious. You know, we were taught, let your spirit, let your conscience be your guide. So, you know, I'm not afraid of having a car accident or anything like that. I'm conscious. I don't even drive around where I am because these people are reckless. And I'm like, okay, I give up driving. All right? You ain't gonna kill me, all right? You can kill yourself, but you're not gonna kill me. You know? So I look at things like that. I'm not gonna be around cigarette smoke. When I visit my family members, they know they have to move out of their house for me, because they know goodness well I'm not gonna come around there while they're smoking. You know, and because they respect my lifestyle, and it helped them as well. They know, well, we can't smoke, gotta go outside in their own house, because they respect my lifestyle. And you know, they're not that kind of people who just disrespect themselves or anyone. You know, so, and they are, when I go and visit them and prepare food, they want to eat up my food and their food as well. So, it's been a glorious journey on this path. I wasn't afraid of the coronavirus, because I knew that I could beat the coronavirus. You can basically beat any disease. You know, but the terrain has to be stronger than the germ. The seed has to be stronger than the germ. And that's how I live my life. That's how I live. I practice what I teach to others. Yes. I'm not going to tell you something to do something, I don't do it. And I got the results. And people who I work with got the results, and they do not go back to the lifestyle because they see the benefits and the results that they get. They won't dare go back to living the way they live. They're living now.
It's all about the lifestyle, you know, and like, you know, these wealthy folks, the billionaires, you know, they're not out here eating all that, you know, fast food and just eating up and smoking, drinking, you know. Most of them ain't doing none of that. You know, even the rappers, like you know, I'm very, you know, inspired by 50 Cent. You know, he rap about the lifestyle, about, you know, but even though it was part of his life maybe back then, but he's not, even though he does have like champagne he sells, but he's not drinking. He don't necessarily drink
Get
or
drunk,
smoke.
get drunk or smoke.
He's very conscious about his lifestyle. He goes to the gym like maybe 5 times a day. So.
And you know what? You speaking about 50 Cent. There's a few other people. I think LeBron James, he's vegan.
Mhm.
Quite a few entertainers are vegan. They have become conscious. Okay, but at the same time, I find out that too many people, the world, listen to these rappers or these people on TV, these entertainers, so-called fallen stars. No, not so-called, but fallen stars. That's what I look at. Because people think that they have the answer and they listen to them. And these people I found out are clueless to life and living. Clueless to life and living. And I just said the other day, a couple of months ago, I was like, I'm not looking at this program. I'm not going to call them out because they don't have anything to give. And they're just starting to learn, like they've been, knowing something. They don't know anything. They really don't. And they are coming to their consciousness now. And some of them do have a lot of health problems. And they still are trying to get it together.
Yeah.
They're trying to get it together. So don't think because you see someone on TV and they look fabulous and fly and all of that with the money, let me tell you, they're so miserable. And you have to listen to them. They're telling you that what they're going through. They've been, having the fame and all that, but their lives are living hell.
Not all of them, some of them, but.
Majority, I bank on the majority of them, they're just coming to their consciousness. They're just coming to their consciousness. They have problems like you and the next person.
Oh, everyone has their problems.
That's all I'm saying. They
Everyone
don't
has
have
problems.
it together like that.
Yeah, people think that they just live, like that. Is just,
They're happy.
Yeah, everyone has problems,
Everyone has problems, yes they do. So, and whatever they say, people take it to heart and they can be just wrong. I listen to them, I'm like, they are misleading the people, really misleading the people. And the people are listening to them. And I'm saying this because it's time for us to put the truth out there and start speaking out to let the world know these people don't have it together like that. And you listening to them, so they just, everything that they're saying, is going viral to you. Now you're ingesting all of that stuff and thinking that's the way it is, the way of life, and it is not true. That's not the way of life. Not the way of life at all. So I'm ending my session. It was great speaking to you all. I'm glad you were able to chime in. We're going to continue to talk and bring health to the masses because you need it. The people need it. I'm doing my little part. And my goal, I will be producing or building a healthcare center worldwide. And Africa, the U.S., and Israel.
That's what I'm
Those are my goals. That's my mandate because we have to take back our health. The healthcare, current medical system basically do not teach prevention. Their prevention is through detection, okay? Do a screening and detection and screening. Now, you can do the screening to catch it in advance, but you already got the problem. Detection. What if you find something? You got the problem. You screen something, the problem is there. What I do in the holistic arena, prevention is changing the behavior before the problem even starts, because you can't prevent every disease. 99% of diseases is from lifestyle, your diet, what you're eating, your mind, stress. Your mind can be your friend or it can be your enemy.
That's right.
And basically, it's all in the mind. Okay, so change your thoughts.
Starts here first,
Mm-hmm.
in the mind. That's why meditation is key. When you meditate and focus, a lot of people don't have patience. They don't have the discipline to just sit down and focus for 5 minutes a day and to just decide on like, okay, let me just clear my mind and do that, but we have so much going on with our lives, but listen, we all have basically the same hours a day, but it depends on what are you doing with your hours. A lot of us want to just watch TikTok, watch YouTube, watch this, but never actually putting the main focus on yourself. What are you accomplishing at the end of the day? At the end of the day, did you accomplish something in your life, or you accomplishing other people, goals? Because at the end of the day, you're accomplishing something, but is it benefiting you or the other person? And this is what it's all about every day. So when you're working that job, but if you consider that, this is just a job, or you're working, like if I'm working in a job or working in any place, I'm first thing understanding that this ain't just a job. You understand? I own the place, or whatever leader, whatever position I'm in, I always think as a higher level. You understand? So in the end, when I'm getting finished that, I'm going back home and working on myself. You understand? So this is what we have to do: put in the hours and not be afraid of success. A lot of people are afraid of success, and that's not good. We always,
And so being successful with your health, because I have people have approached me and told me that they were very afraid to make the changes in their lifestyle. I had this older lady to tell me that, and a couple other people down the road. And I'm like, see, the world has put so much fear in you that, you're afraid to even make the right decisions for yourself. But you spoke, I want to go back, because you spoke something about billionaires. How, they take care of themselves and what have you, some of them.
Because the first thing they understand that if you're going to be a billionaire, you can't just be going out there, eating whatever or doing. That's why they go to the gym. They make sure they want to actually live that life. That like if you have a lot of money, you have different things. You don't want to be spending all your time and and taking care of in the hospital.
No, they're busy trying to remain a billionaire. Number two, they're not spending their money on all of this foolish, frivolous stuff that most people
they don't even drink the same water we drink.
No, but they don't go and, you look at Warren Buffett. He drives the same old vehicle and wear the same old, clothes all the time. They're not spending their money on all these expensive designer clothes and what have you. They're saving their money.
They're not even saving their money. They're putting their money into stocks. They're putting their money into companies.
They're saving it. They're investing it. They're building their finances.
Their money's all the time working for them.
Building, yeah.
So that's the whole thing about it. We have to basically understand that money and everything basically is just a double up game. And a lot of people haven't, been taught that. We haven't been taught that in school. We just basically just taught to, follow the instructions, but never think outside the box. And that's what it's all about, is thinking outside the box and coming up with your own strategies, your own goal, and meet them. Not be afraid to put the standard up.
Highest standard. My lifestyle is the highest lifestyle.
Down here, and then they hit them goals, hit the targets, and then, but they like.
You got to live the highest lifestyle. Even the billionaires not living the highest lifestyle, because some of them are not healthy either. But the highest lifestyle is your health. I have the highest healthcare system that you can find in this world, in this dispensation in time. I guarantee that. I know this, okay? Because I know what's out there. So if you follow my lead, my platform, you're guaranteed to be healthy. I'm not taking anything away from anybody, okay? There's nothing wrong with being, having nice things, but it's the overabundance and this misuse of the resources in the earth. We talk about how man has extracted the resources and just basically destroyed the earth. And I have this article that I teach my students about fast fashion. The fashion industry is manufacturing overabundance of clothes. Billions of clothes go to the waste, and it's contributing to the environmental hazard of the health of the earth. And the clothes get thrown in a landfill. Some clothes, and they don't, disintegrate because of the chemicals in the clothes. And that's another part of my platform, You're gonna learn what to wear on your body. You're gonna learn what you need to put on your body because your body is absorbing,
That's
the
right.
stuff that you put on, the body creams and all of that going into your pores. So you wonder why people are sick, why they have cancer, why they have all these other kind of diseases. Because what you're absorbing into your body is affecting your health. Whatever you put on your body is absorbing into the pores and it's affecting your health. So you have to make sure that you're using natural products. And all products that say natural, it's not natural either, okay? So you're gonna be
That's right.
educated on all of this stuff, you know, all in your house. I use only natural products in my home. The dishwashing liquid, the detergent, and all of that. Everything, okay? So it was nice being with you this evening, and I hope to see you and hear from you real soon. My detox will be starting, I want to mention that as well, on the 16th, I believe. It might be a short notice, but get involved anyway because you can do